Hello everyone. This video is going to be about, I spoke in the past that I ordered vintage air for this car. It had factory air when I bought it, but it didn't work, and I just didn't want to mess with it, and I'm glad I took it out because the air box where the blower motor and stuff goes was just packed full of, looked like nut shells and things like that, and old insulation. I think a mouse had built a nest in there, and it was so packed full that no air could have gotten through it. So even if I were to work and got the air conditioner working, no air would have come out of it. I would have tear it all apart. And believe me, it's a pain taking that old one apart and then getting it back together in there. So anyway, I decided to just go with the vintage air, and I ordered this back in, God, I don't remember. I think it was like February sometime. It was February or March I ordered it. They told me it would be on back order till the middle of June. Well, lo and behold, it came in about the middle of May, actually. I've had it for a couple weeks already sitting here on the bench, and I finally unboxed everything. And this video today, I'm just going to show you the parts and some of the stuff comes with it and everything. And then I'll probably do like a 2 or 3 part series on the actual installation of this and setting it up. Now, the one thing I don't have is any video showing me taking the old unit out. Again, like I said in a previous video, I was doing a lot of work on the car, and I just got carried away, and I got so much stuff done before I even thought about videotaping, and I kick myself now because there was a lot of good information there that would have helped someone else doing this. And I'll try to walk through it as we do the car and put the stuff back in. I'll kind of explain what I took out of the way to get my stuff in. But for now, I'm just going to show you a quick overview of all the parts here. It came in 3 separate boxes, and you can see there's quite a few parts here. And I'll say one thing for vintage air, they do a very good job of labeling everything and explaining everything, so there's no question where everything goes. If you look in each bag, they've got a parts list that tells you what's in each bag. This is a universal wiring kit, a Gen 4, that's the order of the Gen 4 unit, and it's for a 69 to 76 Corvette. And you can see there's relays and wire loom and everything already in here. A little bag in there says miscellaneous parts. So they got everything pretty much labeled. Here's looks like some hoses. I'm not sure what the, oh, I know what that's probably, I think that's the drain hose for the condensation out of the evaporator in the dash, so it drains out under the car, not on your floorboard. And then there's a switch in here for the heater core. Turns the hot water flow off and on in the heater core. You got a hose here. I think it's like 10 foot long, but you have to cut it in certain sections. They give you the links to cut it to for all the different ductwork, and they give you new ductwork in the plastic parts that hook that hose to it, because the factory ductwork won't work with this system. Even the little things on the little round louver balls underneath the dash on each side, these parts go in place of those on the back, and the hose hooks into it, and this holds it on there and everything. I had to make a plate for my blower motor hole in the firewall when I got the car done, because I wanted to drive it. I didn't want a hole there, so I took and fabricated a plate and put a lip on it, everything like that. But it's made out of aluminum, and it works okay, but I think I'm going to take it out and put this. This is what they supply you. It's a steel one. It's got this back piece on that holds it in the hole, and you're supposed to put silicone around when you put it in. It fits good and everything. So I'm probably going to take that out and replace that. Different brackets here, and again, it comes with packing lists in each bag. All this stuff was in separate bags like this stuff. I took it out just so it's easier to see. This plate that goes in the firewall between the air box and the firewall. And you can use this with your factory controls, but I went ahead and I got one with the vintage air controls, and this thing is going to fit perfect in place where the old controls were, and it's going to be all brand new. It's going to be a lot simpler to operate instead of those turn wheels on the factory ones and everything. I think it's going to look just fine. And then of course you get the air box here. It's pretty much self-contained. There's nothing really sticks out on the firewall side like the old original unit did. There was a big box on the outside, I think, where the heater core was, the blower motor and all that. Everything's self-contained, and it's all under the dash. It's a really nice unit. These are brackets to hold the condenser in, I believe. And then for some reason, I mean, there's some hard lines in here, and these are in a bag. These were just loose in the box. I don't know why it's separate that way. I don't know, but they had it separate. And then this was in a box by itself, the brackets that hold the compressor onto the motor. The compressor came in a box by itself. It's got the oil in it already, but of course, obviously you have to add Freon. It comes with a very good instruction manual. It breaks everything down for you, explains, you know, your wiring, and it's very well laid out. I mean, it's step by step. As long as you follow these steps, everything should fit together fine, and you shouldn't have any issues. They did an awesome job with their instruction sheet, and it explains little things. You got to do a little modifying on the firewall. You got to cut a little section out and drill a couple holes. And then on the back panel of the passenger side dash, you've got to peel back the vinyl, and you get a little template in the book here you got to cut out, stick it on there, and you got to cut just a little section of the hard plastic out, and then you can fold this and glue the vinyl back up on the back. So from the front, you'll never know it's been modified, but it must have something to do with clearing the air box or something a little bit. But anyway, they give you all the templates you need. Here's some other ones where you gotta drill a couple holes, and then there's another one where you got to cut a notch out under here. There's a template here for drilling a couple holes in the up under the dash. So I mean, they're really well laid out, explain everything to you, exactly what to do, exactly where every part goes, so there's no question when you get this thing done, it should be perfect. Now, the only thing I had to buy extra that doesn't come with the kit is I bought this, it's a trinary switch, and it hooks into your, I think your high pressure side. I'm not sure, I'll have to look in the instructions, but you need that if you're going to run electric fan. And it's my understanding, use a binary if you're just running a single fan, use a trinary if you're running dual fans. And my plan was to run dual electric fans on this car. I've already bought the fans, I bought an aluminum radiator. I didn't put any of that in the car yet. I left the factory stock fan with the clutch on it in there, and the stock radiator, because it's brand new. I mean, whoever had the car for me bought a new reproduction one, so it works just fine. I will go ahead and put this trinary switch in the system, even if I don't hook up the electric fans for now, because if you don't have it in there, when you go to put it in, you gotta bleed all your Freon out to put this in. So I'm going to put it in there, that way I don't have to worry about it ever again. And whenever I do decide to, if I decide to, I can hook up the fans without doing any problems here. This is the switch that came with it. I think that's just a binary switch. Because it's only got 2 terminals on it, so it won't work for 2 fans. You might be able to rig it up somehow, but I didn't want to do that. You got the dryer, got the condenser here. I haven't even opened this box yet. I'm hoping it's okay. And then here's the soft hoses that hook from the I think they go from the condenser to the compressor. So it's pretty well laid out. I'm kind of anxious to get started on it, but like I said, it's going to be quite a bit of work to put it in. Take your time, do it all right, fit everything, and I got to take part of the dash back out again, and I hate taking that dash out. I don't even want to think about it. I was hoping I'd get by without taking the driver's side dash out. I'm hoping I get up underneath there and get to the bolts that hold that round vent plate in place and do that. I think if I can do that, I won't have to take the driver's side out. I'm hoping. There's a lot of wires in that, and it's a pain getting in and out. You gotta drop the steering column and everything. So we'll see. If I have to, I have to. But anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you the kit and show you what all comes with it. And we will get started on this and see you on the next video. Have a great day.